Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. So today I'm going to be sharing with you something very personal, my egg freezing journey. Also what I did to get as many eggs as I did and the cost of it all. If you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1000 subscribers, and when I do, I'm going to do a giveaway. So why did I want to freeze my eggs? The reason I wanted to do it was because I'm approaching 38 and I definitely want children. So I was considering freezing my eggs for some time. Like any other part of the body, the ovaries are prone to the aging process. As we get older, the quality and the quantity of the eggs in our body decreases, and that's why I wanted to safeguard my fertility. On day 2 of my period, I flew to Bulgaria to start the process. I decided to do it in Bulgaria because it's cheaper than in the UK. I'll let you know the total cost in the end of the video. So on the next day, which was day 3 of my period, I went to the hospital where I've had an appointment booked, and the doctor checked my ovaries, and they also took a blood sample from me so that they could check my hormonal levels. I'll put the result of my AMH here. My AMH was high, which was good news. Because my AMH was high, the doctor said that she would give me a lower dose of the stimulating hormonal injections so that my ovaries don't get overstimulated. So on the same day, I started the hormonal injections, which I needed to put myself at home every day at the same time. They were 2 injections and the needles were small, so I found it easy to put them myself. I needed to go to the hospital every other day for new hormonal tests and also for the size of the eggs to be measured. The first few days I felt absolutely fine, but after that I was super bloated. During the whole process I wasn't allowed to exercise at all, only walking, and also no sexual activity was allowed too. They also tell you that lifestyle habits affect the success of the process. I'll tell you in the end of the video more about what I did. On day 8 they told me that they would take the eggs on day 10. On day 9 I needed to inject myself with 3 triggering injections, which were horrible because their needles were very big. And then my last food and drinks were at 10:30 p.m. and then after that I wasn't allowed to have anything. I couldn't really sleep that night because I was nervous. So on the next day, which was day 10, I went to the hospital, they sedated me, and they retrieved the eggs. When I woke up from the anesthesia, the nurse was a bit worried because I had bled during the procedure, which wasn't ideal. So she told me to go to the toilet to check if there was any further bleeding. Thankfully there wasn't, so everything was fine. Then the doctor came and told me that they took 22 eggs, but 6 of them were not good. So there were 16 eggs which they needed to examine and see how many of them they could freeze. So then they told me that I could go home, so my brother came to pick me up. When I got home, I started to have the biggest stomach pain, and I had it that whole afternoon. I stayed in bed that whole afternoon and also the evening. I took some painkillers which helped a little bit. The next day they called me and said that 12 of the 16 eggs were good for freezing, so they froze them. So I got 12 eggs in one go. I'm very happy that I got that many eggs. The intense bloating continued 3 more weeks after the procedure, and also another thing which I experienced was that I was constipated for the 5 days after the egg retrieval, which was very uncomfortable. Overall, I don't regret it. I think it's probably one of the best things that I did, simply because I know that I have the eggs in the freezer and I can use them anytime. Before I tell you the cost, I want to tell you about all the things that I did. These are things that you can consider doing for yourself. So the first thing that I did was that I stopped drinking coffee, which was super hard because I can't function without coffee. When I stopped it on day one of my injections, I had the biggest headache. Secondly, I didn't drink any alcohol and I don't smoke, but if you do, you shouldn't be smoking during the egg freezing journey. Thirdly, I ate a very balanced and healthy diet. The next one is I drank a lot of water. Also, I slept at least 8 hours every night, apart from the night before my egg retrieval because I was nervous. Next, I made sure that I had no stress during the 10 days. And lastly, I kept a positive mindset. And now, how much did it cost? The egg freezing in the UK is very expensive, around £6,000. Hence why I decided to go to Bulgaria and do it there. So the whole procedure, the eggs storage and also the flights cost me £2,000. I didn't pay for accommodation because I was staying in my family's apartment in Bulgaria. So I hope that was helpful, guys. Please don't forget to click and like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you very soon.